All right, 5:20. How the hell did it get so late?
Where does the time go, Carmen?
Huh?
Where does the time go?
Didn't we? Weren't we here at 4:30?
No. Well, yeah.
We were here at 4:30, I thought.
Yeah, but like on the dot.
Yeah. So
Normally, Mike and I are here a lot earlier. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Got here
We-
at 4:30.
we can't. Look. What do we say? This is a podcast that people will hear in the future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you going?
That's most of them.
Huh?
Where are you going with this?
In case we make a mistake.
Oh, mistakes are happening
Right.
tonight.
Because going to be on the road for a while, so me and Mike are trying to catch up, make some podcasts in advance.
Why did you tell him that? That was our
please
whole-
the people.
To not reveal this.
I had to tell him. I can't hold any secrets.
Really didn't.
I got a call back from my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. About the game.
Do you have the voicemail?
Yeah.
Play that shit.
I don't know if we should play it because
Play
then
it.
people will get confused about when this actually happened.
No, because I'm releasing yesterday's podcast first.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be a week later. I hope they understand what's happening.
No.
They will.
Okay, well, here's the
What was it called
voicemail.
again? Mascarpone?
Well, no. We were looking. Remember, we were talking about the game that I made, right?
What was it called?
Foscar Poof.
Foscar Poof.
But here's the twist. She didn't remember that one. Or she didn't mention it. The one that she did mention was something else I did talk about. So let's see if we can get her on speaker here. Oops. Oh, no, I just deleted it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Right.
You did not.
No.
No, you did
Let's
not.
see if I get it. How do you do it?
Let me see.
Why is it? Here we go. Hold on, everyone.
Oh, my God.
I think we
This
got it
better
now.
be worth it.
Hey, Carmen, it's Mary Lou. I just got your voicemail message, and I absolutely remember that game where you cut holes out of the pizza. It was a pizza box. You cut discs out of the top and then put the bottom on the floor and had everybody tossing the discs into the box. And I think you called it, I want to say it was like Wingo, maybe, or Wicket, but I think it was Wingo. And then if someone got the disc into the pizza box, they had to yell, Wingo! Let me know if I'm right.
You're right, Mare. See, she
I'm
knew.
so
She remembered
mad
the
right
second
now.
game. She didn't remember Foscar Poof. I got to call her and say
No,
yes.
then you're reminding her.
Well, I'm saying, do you remember
Can't
the other
influence
game?
this.
There's two
Nah,
games.
Nah. Foscar
Two games.
Poof.
Wingo was a little more complicated because it took me cutting discs and
Yeah,
it was
part of
more
the
than
game.
it was multiple pieces. But I had to make the game as the party was going on. So yeah, it was a little more involved. And it was a shoebox, I believe, not a pizza box.
Pizza box would make more sense.
If we had pizza,
Did you not have pizza?
I don't remember.
It's a party.
we couldn't afford pizza.
so,
It's college kids.
so you could afford shoes, but not.
I had boxes that were shoe boxes that probably held my jewelry or something. My,
plastic jewelry.
whatever I wore
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
time. Or maybe sunglasses because I didn't have really cubbies or shelves. I lived with cardboard until 87. I had cardboard.
What does that mean?
Like a box for a table. And I put a sheet over it.
No, shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not. I asked Kelly. She came into my apartment when I had boxes that were covered with sheets to make it look like I had end tables. Is it that sad?
That's so funny to me.
It's American living.
You're like, don't set your drink on that because it will not hold.
Yeah, we didn't have any drinks. There's nothing in that.
You
There
have
was,
any glasses?
there was no dining. Like I had an apartment that I was actually kind of, what would you call that? Shunned to, relegated to. What do they do to prisoners when they send them off to a land? I was banished. Banished.
You were banished. Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to live in Cleveland, and appropriately, the name of the town was Painesville. So I was banished to Painesville.
Yeah.
And then I had an apartment, 1 bedroom with a little hall and a kitchen that had a little area to put a dining room set if you had a dining room set, which I didn't.
So you just had a box.
What I had was I had a mattress on the floor, and then I had a dresser with rope handles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you make that?
No, in fact, I think that's how it came. From a
IKEA?
previous poor person. A hand-me-down from a poor person. I didn't even know rich people to get hand-me-downs from. All my hand-me-downs were taken from people who were suffering too, or didn't survive the suffering.
Right.
And then I don't know what the couch was. I don't think it was a full-blown couch. It must have been like I don't think we had futons back then in '87. It wasn't a futon.
Just a pillow?
No, it wasn't a couch either. It's like like something that was on legs with a cushion.
That could be anything.
I know.
That could be a person.
They call it couches, but
It's just the foot of the couch. Ottoman.
yeah,
Had an ottoman.
it possibly was an ottoman with pillows on the wall.
Usually an ottoman's like an upgrade, but not only if you have a couch.
Right. I got
The luxurious
the
product.
extra piece that I made into furniture. That's not the main furniture. Like I didn't have a car, but I had a wheel. But it was that, and the only time I had furniture was for just a couple weeks because my uncle left my aunt. He was fucking around on her. She kicked him out, and then he had to live with me
Shut the fuck up.
for like 2 days. And when
Yeah.
he came in, he goes, "What the fuck?" Because this is how you live. I mean,
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I don't have nothing." So after he made up with his wife, then I got this dining room set that had some chairs that had tape on it that he was going to throw away. And then someone else took pity on me, I think. No, that was it. It was just the dining room set. That's the next apartment. Someone else took pity on me. Yeah, I mean, it was a sad existence.
But you were having fun.
No, I was banished to Painesville.
I'm waiting for like the
No,
the flip side.
This is
of
before I even started really thinking about comedy too.
So nothing's funny.
There was nothing happening. I was working at Chrysler.
Nothing was funny. at this
No,
point.
nothing was funny. It was all like, this is what life is. I thought this was. I had lived it up for years, and then was banished to Painesville.
Yeah.
And I realized, so this is what adulthood is.
Yeah.
You fight with your friends. You got no money. You owe the IRS.
Yeah.
You live in a $300 a month apartment
Yeah.
that you can't make the rent.
Wow.
And you collect whatever on the ground as you're walking home from wherever sad place you were. Because I didn't know where the hell I was walking. Because I didn't really have I had one job at that time. I was working for Chrysler.
Yeah. What were you doing?
I was trying to be a salesman.
Oh, you were a salesman.
Yeah. And that's because they take anybody. They don't pay you until you make money. It's like a commission based.
Yeah, of course.
So it's worse than it ever. I'm sure it's better today. Back then, if you actually could make a sale, then they would give you a little money up front, whatever that was called. Shit, it was seed money.
Yeah.
Like if they give you $1,000 a month, they would take it from you as soon as you start making money. Like if you made $2,000 that month, then you give the $1,000 back. Then that's how it worked.
So that's how they keep you.
Yeah, you're a slave to the company.
Right.
So some lady came in. She wanted this car. I showed it to her. I didn't, know any features of the car. It looked like it had air. It had these little sliders. She goes, "Does it have air?" I go, "I think so." So she buys it, and then she's like, "It doesn't have air." And I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't know anything about cars." They told me to drive with you, and that was like I was a bad salesman.
Yeah.
And then the sales guys borrowed money from me. I didn't even have any money, and they were like able to take money from me.
From your account?
No, I said, "Oh yeah, what do you need?"
Are you
He's
serious?
like, "I just need like 25 or 50 bucks to get by."
Yeah.
Never saw that money.
No.
But the reason I stayed there is because they fix your car for half the price if you work there. My car was a piece of
Still
shit.
a ripoff.
I know.
That's still not.
Plus, I had like a Datsun 280Z, which that car was a foreign vehicle.
Yeah.
And back in that day, foreign cars weren't even looked like. You were ostracized for having the foreign car, especially in a town like Cleveland that made autos.
Yeah.
Like they had signs in some of the parking lots, no foreign vehicles.
That's weird.
They would tip them, they would kick them, they would scratch them.
That's so funny.
It's what they would do. They'd beat the shit out of your car if you had a foreign vehicle. And I didn't even know I had a foreign vehicle.
So fascist. I love it. You didn't even know you had a full vehicle.
No idea what the fuck. It looked cool. The Datsun. I don't know. What do I know? I was surprised.
I could see somebody carving in your fucking car. Just go back home, and you're like
to Japan,
Cleveland.
like, why do you hate my Datsun?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, Datsun is Nissan.
But people really hated foreign cars that much.
Oh yeah, because I ended up parking in a lot that said, only American cars, no foreign cars, and it was scary. Like you thought they were watching you park.
What a weird time.
Yeah, I do a video about it as one of my joke videos from the '80s, and people are talking about the Datsun because I say Datsun. Meantime, I had the Datsun. I'm the one who had it.
Yeah.
And people get mad at me like, why don't you fucking like Datsun? And I go, dude, I did have a Datsun. It's a sketch.
Yeah.
I'm just doing a sketch. I had a 280Z 2+2, gray/blue. I had it with the T-tops. Yeah, it was a gray
It rhymed.
with blue. Really?
Yeah, 2+2, gray and blue.
I don't think that was their marketing strategy.
I don't think it was yours either, but you just did it.
It just happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a poet.
No. Yeah, okay. That's such a weird concept though. I can't like imagine that.
They didn't like foreign vehicles.
Like the only thing I can relate it to is like people will be like,
Buy American.
fuck PlayStation. I'm an Xbox guy.
Yeah.
Or like fuck Apple. I'm a Microsoft dude.
Yeah.
But nobody's like,
That's true,
there's
though.
no like coffee shops like Apple only computers.
No, they don't like Starbucks.
That's so
Some towns don't like Starbucks.
Yeah. I'm talking about computers though.
You say coffee shops.
No, I'm saying like imagine a coffee shop being like only Apple products.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can relate it to.
No, because the car goes in a parking lot.
Yeah, I know.
The computer doesn't really have to go into Starbucks.
No, I know, but imagine if they're like, you can only connect.
We only
to the
work
Wi-Fi.
on American computers, maybe. Like
Yeah.
if you went to a shop, like if you brought the Best Buy and Geek Squad said, oh, no. We only do Lenovo's
Yeah.
or whatever.
It'd be weird. Like, get that fucking thing out of here. you
Brand, what is it?
fucking foreigner.
Brand discrimination.
Yeah. It's just fashion.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you had guys from the Korean War that still were pretty vital back then. They were like just coming fresh off the war, right?
Well, they didn't have any Korean cars.
When was the Korean War? 50s?
60s?
50s?
I think it was 50s
Probably
into
late
60s.
50s into the 60s. So, like the World War II guys, they just hated Japanese things. That was just the way they were.
They hated Japanese things. What about German cars?
German,
Oh, they're not
I don't
great.
know, because I didn't. What was it? BMW? No, it's
BMW.
It's British Motor Works.
No, BMW is I believe BMW.
BMW's British Motor Works.
is German, right?
Mm-mm.
Why do we care? What the fuck is this? This isn't the History Channel, guys.
We're not talking history. We're talking acronyms.
Fuck you, Siri. Okay, look it up.
Whatever this car is, if it's foreign, they didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's just the way it
Mercedes-Benz
was.
is also.
Mercedes is German.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought BMW.
Yeah, because you had to live in that mode, man, to feel it, to understand it. If you're just kind of looking back, it's like me trying to guess why people were doing swing dances in the 40s. Going, well, it's so weird the way they're dancing. But if you grew up dancing like that, if you were introduced to it, then you'd be like, oh, I love that kind of, whatever that dance is called. I guess it's swing.
Yeah.
Right, or any of those dances back in the day. When you looked at that, you're like, that is such a weird fucking thing. But everybody has their own thing.
Yes, yeah, but I always liked the exotic.
Swing dance?
No, just like I liked whatever was not like I liked foreign shit.
Yeah,
I've
that's
always liked
but
foreign.
this is the new stuff.
Yeah.
So you like new. Exotic is new, right?
I guess so.
The latest, different. Weird.
Yeah.
It's all same. It's no,
Luxury.
same is not the same right word.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you said you like the exotic.
No, I liked foreigns. I don't know, like
Now you like the foreign stuff
I've always liked stuff that wasn't American.
because it's exotic and kind of new to you.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you were living in Italy or France and you saw the Peugeot constantly, you'd be like, "Oh, fucking Chevy's cool."
Yeah, probably.
Right.
Yeah, that's what.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I'm special.
It has
for
nothing to. Kind of.
I know I
You were
wasn't.
You were like I. You kept saying I, like
Well,
you was all about you.
I can only speak for myself.
I know it's weird. Why can't you talk for the world?
Because you do that, not me.
Why can't
That's
you?
your job.
Why can't you say the whole world is so interested in. And I think you can.
They're not. Though.
Because you really do have a handle from your perspective.
I don't know what's happening right now.
I don't either. I never want to. I don't.
Donnie.
You know, especially when it's this kind of conversation, which could lead anywhere. Always does. I'm still focused on BMW. I still can't stop
I
it.
think it is British Motor Works.
I know it is.
Yeah.
Only because I like to pretend that I'm confident. That's the only reason I know for sure. Right? And then
I was thinking of Volkswagen.
And then
sorry.
if you corrected me and I was wrong, then I would be like, I know I'm wrong.
Yeah, I was just fucking.
I know I'm wrong.
Just messing with you.
What is this thing? Camp McDonald's? I was kept staring at it like it was a different weird cup.
It's just a.
Is it like a
Coffee
new
drink.
thing that they're doing? A camp? At the camp at McDonald's?
Yeah, Camp McDonald.
BMW is German.
Is it?
Woo!
Oh, Bavarian Motor Works.
You heard it.
Bavarian.
Bavarian.
Bavarian Motor Works, right?
Well, actually, it's in German. I don't really know how to pronounce it.
Bavarian.
That's not.
Okay, what's the rest of it?
Phonetically. Motovac. Backass. Autovax.
Aren't you like part German too? You should know this.
That's why I did it perfectly.
You didn't do it
Bavar-
perfectly. You
well,
thought BMW is
these-
British.
Because
That's
I don't get to go to the dealership that often.
I think the British car is the Jaguar, right? That's a British car.
It seems like it would be.
Jaguar, yeah.
Porsche is German.
Yeah. Once again, Porsche.
Stuttgart. That's right, my friend. I've been there.
We're pissing off so many car lovers right now.
But I feel bad because I talk a big game with car people sometimes.
Yeah.
As if. I should have a T-shirt that says "as if." And anytime someone asks me something, I'd be like, "As if,"
Oh yeah.
as if I would know.
Quickest
But I'm
way.
going to pretend.
You get punched in the face. Yeah.
Like, you know, that's people hitting me is not beyond what I expect.
Yeah.
I do expect people hitting me.
But they never do.
You guys are holding back. Most people want to hit me.
I know.
I told you the kid that burned me with a cigarette in my shirt. He didn't hold back. He knew there was nothing I was going to do.
What, dude? That's a
I told you this story. Donnie, you know the story.
He did.
Yeah. Which one was this?
It was just the guy that kept saying he was my best friend. You're my best friend. You're my best friend. And then he was smoking and he just shoved the cigarette into my white polo shirt and put a perfect hole in a $50 shirt.
It was around the time he was talking about him laying on you. You wouldn't do anything.
Oh.
No, did I mention in that same breath?
Not that
No,
same breath, but I think it was
because
the same day.
it's not the same concept. I'm laying on Mike, not expecting. I knew this kid was going to hurt me.
Well, yeah, you were talking about you understanding it and him not understanding it.
Okay.
And you laying on him was him not understanding it.
But I think Mike wouldn't retaliate
Yeah, exactly.
in a mean way.
If you burn me with cigarettes?
No. If I laid on you buck naked with just
I would
sunscreen.
100%.
This is
Nah,
escalating.
I would 100% not. I would violently react
We
to
went,
that.
we went to buck naked. It wasn't buck naked before. I added buck naked now.
And sunscreen oil.
It's so weird if we prep for that, just to prep for it, not to actually do it.
What do you mean?
Like I have to be naked. Someone would lather me up with sunscreen.
No, you have to do that yourself.
No, because I'm not. I'm in show business.
That's not how that works.
I'm in show business.
No, there's not.
Right?
No.
Who's doing it, Donnie or
No,
you can't? Well, I guess you could.
We're adjacent.
it's a team building exercise. You guys got to do it to each other.
What if we avoided the private parts?
Oh yeah. That's-
If you just lathered around it.
I'm sorry, listeners.
Oh man,
I'm sorry. Was Undi?
Andy, the one listener,
Undi.
he's we got more than Andy now.
I mean, he's our go-to guy.
I know. He likes stuff every so often still. But there's people out there. I hope. No, I know there's no way to even call out another
you said
name.
that like you almost expected them to answer you. There's people out there, right?
There's like no other chance
What?
unless someone reaches out for me to know their name. I know Aaron's name is another guy that likes us. I know
Guy
two
who's
people.
wants us to go fishing with him, right?
Yeah. He keeps sending me
You're gonna have
pictures
to
of
go.
fish.
Does he think that you like fishing somehow? How did he get that in his head?
I don't know why people. Yes, you're right. why do I look like a guy you would want to fish with? I'd be such a nightmare the whole time.
Yeah.
It would ruin your fishing day. I'm telling you, don't bring me on your boat.
Maybe that's why, though.
The whole fucking time I'm hating it, but I'm smiling. I am. I'm just like, so like, God, I hate this. And like when here's what I do almost with everything. When we're leaving the little port with the boat, I envision us coming back in. I can see the boat coming in as we're leaving. I go, I can't wait for that moment when the boat comes back.
Yeah.
That's my favorite moment. If you ever watch me in any situation,
Yeah. It's
when I know we're clear of the shit, we've done it,
Yeah.
I brighten up.
Yeah.
I get your coolers off the boat. I'm helping.
Yeah.
No, I'm not spraying the boat.
Yeah.
I'll get my own cooler.
You washed the boat, remember?
I know. That's maybe the nightmare. That's the trauma. When I had to clean that guy's boat. Well, my best friend.
You didn't have to do anything.
He forced
You
me.
just bitched.
No, they pull it out. They pull it out in an area of the boat. We had to trailer it. It's so horrible. It's horrible. It's not like you get to walk on a nice.
What do you want? I don't get what.
I want to be carried the whole way. Walking onto a dock.
Yeah.
That little step. You ever get on a boat, Donnie?
Yeah.
Okay. You know that step from the dock to where the boat is like doing this? It's moving up and down?
Yeah.
That could throw your groin out right there. Or you could, I seen guys miss it.
Some people don't watch their step. That first one's a doozy.
Right. And that's part of the risk of boating. And then just right from then on. Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much.
I hope he's listening to this because you might not get that invite ever again.
No, they're going to force me. I have a bad feeling about these people. That I'm going boating, whether I like it or not.
And wake up on a boat.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Yeah.
It becomes where, and then if I was smart, I would use this type of energy for things that I really want. I guess it doesn't work, to say I never, ever want to be on the Joe Rogan Experience. Ever.
Right.
If Rogan even came and, came to my house, because I don't want to sit there in that room looking at him.
Yeah.
I don't want him questioning me and then interrupting my jokes. Right? I want to be funny, and then he like starts with his, oh, no, we're not being funny.
Yeah.
It's a Joe Rogan Experience.
COVID.
But I'm not calling him out. I'm just saying I don't even want to travel to where he's located.
Yeah.
Is it Austin?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't want to get on Zoom with him.
He wouldn't do
The
that.
Zoom today that I had to do with this guy, just setting up the computer, and then I realized the computer was too low. That's where there was books on here that I had lifted higher. Just that alone reminded me of the year-long Zoom thing I did last year.
Oh, yeah. That was terrible.
What is good? What's
good about Zoom?
anything? No, you said that's
just
terrible.
like anything.
Right. What's been good?
I don't know, dude. You're like depressing me a little bit. I'm still recovering from the pot cookie I had last night. I just want to state that.
Now, why would you eat it? Is that from depression?
A regular. What the fuck?
I'm just saying, you act like I'm bringing on depression, but you have something else. And you're eating cookies laced with drugs.
Yeah.
Let's call it that.
Yeah. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Full-blown saucer-like.
No, it was like a little cookie. It looked harmless. It looked harmless.
Yeah.
But it was not. It hurt.
And that's what I'm saying.
Well, the thing that...
What is good? You thought that was going to be good?
No, I didn't know it was laced.
Oh, shit.
So
I don't want to say it, but that's illegal.
To myself, yeah. I drugged
Well, you
myself.
took it. Someone pushed it onto you.
No, I went and got it myself, and yeah. It was terrifying.
There should have been a toothpick in it that said, this one has something in it, like my aunt's meatballs.
We'll do that next time.
You should, flag the cookies.
Yeah, flag them.
Everybody flags cookies, even in a bakery. You know which cookies are which. You can't do that at
They're all
home.
chocolate chip.
Yeah, but if someone makes a cookie that's way different than the other cookies, right? Shouldn't there be a billboard, a note? This person wasn't home that made this cookie?
They did tell me.
And they were home.
Yeah.
Okay, so they watched it happen.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's illegal. I hate to tell you this. It's kind of like me spiking the toilet paper with something where as you're
Spiking the
yes,
toilet paper.
it's never been done.
Like with hot sauce?
Yeah. See, I knew you'd come up with a better idea than me.
Yeah. What was your original?
Glass. You know, your ass is you're wiping it and you're just bleeding and it's like you're cutting you.
Sandpaper.
Well, whatever. I couldn't think of a good analogy. But I knew it was similar to that where the end result is you're in pain.
Use needles.
Yeah,
knives,
Whatever's in it.
put in the
As you're pulling it, right? You don't even know it's all
AIDS,
fiberglass.
you just-
Fiberglass toilet paper is
Just
possible.
aluminum.
That
Flex,
would be
bro.
the worst thing
Right.
you could ever do to somebody.
Right. And not telling them there's no toothpick in it, there's no sign.
toothpick
Don't
in
use
it.
this toilet paper.
That's basically what happened. Yeah, you're right.
And then they're watching you wipe your
No, what happened was I ate it.
Let's say your bucket.
I ate.
I didn't want to say the A word. You're wiping your bucket
Bucket.
with fiberglass toilet paper.
All right.
So now you're eating a cookie
That's basically what
laced with basically fiberglass.
No, I laced with
Something.
marijuana.
Yeah, but we didn't have to say it.
Yeah, we did.
We know
you
this
said
other.
drugs, so it just makes it sound like
Oh,
I'm
could've
getting
been-
roofied or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's not bad if your partner wants it. Like I would be 100% on board with
No,
this.
I'm
By the
not.
way,
No, this
if
is
Kelly goes, I'm going to
terrible
roof you, and then I'm going to just do shit to you that you'll never remember. I'd be like, let's try it. Let's do it.
It's consensual.
Right, because it'd be
The
so
problem
out of
is
her.
You do remember it. You just
Oh,
can't
you do.
really move.
You just can't move.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Or I
Met-
know I take that back. Yeah, you do.
like the Metallica video.
You forget. Yeah. What? Like the Metallica
You haven't
video?
seen that one
No.
where he's like in a coma. He knows what's the song. Hush,
Sandman?
little baby, don't say. No, it's not that. It's the other one. It's the other one where the guy is trapped in his own body, can't move, but knows everything that's going on. It's the Metallica song. It's a very scary video
Anyway,
because it happens to people. And I think it's from pot lace cookies.
but usually,
Too many of them.
maybe. Usually, when you take an edible, though, it's like it takes a while, right? So it's like you like gradually slip into it.
Right? I have no idea, but go ahead.
The problem is, I fell asleep, so I woke up in like full on.
So you ate the cookie right before you went to bed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even fun. Usually people eat at like 7 o'clock
Yeah.
and
no,
enjoy
I hate it.
the
Like,
cookie.
no, I ate at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
How many people do you think are eating those cookies and are amongst us?
A lot.
Like at Walmart, they're on a cookie.
Yeah. Happens
Or Publix.
all the time.
Really?
Me. It's me. Yeah.
You're at the stores.
I smoked a bowl outside of Publix like not too long ago,
Really?
like on the park bench, and then I was like, "Oh yeah."
And then you went into the grocery
I
store.
was like, "Mike, what are you doing?" Yeah. I was like,
So you've lost like the perspective of where you're at.
"No." I just like remembered. I was like, "Oh yeah, people still care about this," and then I like ran to my car, stashed it.
Do you
in
think
there.
other things could happen that you might be oblivious to? That you might not think anyone cares? I mean,
Like what?
do you think you might take your pants off in public?
No, I've never done that.
Well,
Have you?
I'm just saying, you smoked the bong, didn't know what you were
I
doing.
smoke
you
a
realized-
bong. That'd be so wild. Just out in front of public. Just. That'd be so.
I'm
That's
saying,
like asking to get arrested. Like,
it's
can
almost-
you please call the cops on me?
well, it's close.
Yeah.
What you're doing,
It was a blow bowl.
like a crack pipe.
Oh
See? So, yeah.
my God. I have a story for you. But anyway, keep going. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you do other things that you're not, I didn't know I was really doing that. There was something in my underwear. I pulled my pants all the way down.
Where were you when you did that?
It happens.
Where was it?
Well, usually I unbutton my pants before I go into the car
Right.
because they're a little tight on my stomach. And I don't want to stretch them. So I'll come out of the car sometimes and forget that my pants are wide open. And then if I haven't, like the tighty whities, I don't know, man. I tried boxer briefs. I got regular boxers. I got the mini briefs. Nothing works.
You got to get the sports briefs.
I have those, right? Boxer briefs.
Nah.
I
Yeah, I
but
guess.
They sweat. They make you sweat. I'll get a rash. Now, Tommy John's, I heard, and we don't sponsor. We're not sponsored by Tommy John's, but
Tommy John's.
a podcast that I listen to talks about Tommy John's all the time. So maybe I should get Tommy John's.
There's a Tommy John's podcast about Tommy John's.
Yeah, I think it's Corolla that talks about Tommy John's.
Oh.
But I think that's the underwear, right? Because it's like those pants you had on yesterday. What do you got on today? Same pants?
Yeah, same Well, same
Fabletics.
brand. Fabletics, yeah.
Right.
Highly recommend.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I figured out what to wear in life, but it's a lot of effort. Like when I discover something new, and then it's like, why wasn't I doing this a long, long time? That's why I want to talk to you guys a lot.
Yeah.
I ask for.
We help you.
I need your input on things.
Yeah.
Except for this cookie thing.
I was gonna bring you some.
No, don't.
I was gonna see what
Don't,
happened.
because I'm telling you, even before I got high, knowing that I'm gonna get high is the worst for me. Just the run up to high, knowing that now it's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and then I can't leave it.
Right. Did you drink out of that?
This one, no.
Okay, cool.
I don't think you would spike
I
anything. You're
laced
too
your
nice.
glass.
You're too nice. You're not like my friends.
I'm not like your friends, Carmen.
You're not.
Yeah, Donnie would definitely lace your shit.
Oh, then you are like my friends. Like my friends from back in the day.
Oh, then yeah.
They would do a lot of bad things. And I don't think I would retaliate so much.
Perfect.
It's almost like you're asking to be drugged.
Well, because it
you need a
to
little
me,
excitement. You're retired now, remember?
From fucking around?
Yeah.
Retired from fucking around?
Yeah.
No, I actually am beyond everybody else still,
Yeah.
which is good. I just have a heart. Like if I see one of my buddies and he's sicker than shit, or he got beat the fuck out of because they keep throwing him back into the fight when they knew his eye bone got sunk in when they punched him, but they kept pushing him back in, I would feel bad about that. I would never do that. I would pull him out and go, let's get the fuck out of here. You're getting your ass kicked. Mm-hmm. But I've seen it the next morning. I wasn't there. It's very specific.
I don't know what you're talking.
Bad friends push you into situations where you're going to get into trouble.
Yeah. No. Me would just be.
You would spike a drink?
No. I would give you a cookie and.
No.
Then
you
eat the
tell
whole
me.
thing, and then
take a sip of this.
No. I wouldn't tell you either.
Well, don't tell me ever.
That way you just think.
Let me, because I have woken up ever so often, and I said to Kelly, I got roofied last night. I blamed her. I go, you roofied me, didn't you? Because there's no way I could still be this fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Something happened. But certain booze does react like different things.
No, you drank 8 whiskeys to the fucking face.
Because I'm not good at drinking. I just don't believe in it. Again, it's like fire people. Does fire people? I don't believe sometimes in the suit people, just like the whiskey or the acid.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't believe in the weed.
Acid.
The acid I poured on the carpet.
Oh, yeah.
Please remember these things.
I was thinking of LSD.
That I didn't believe either. I go, come on, it's a mushroom.
No.
What's that little bit of dust gonna do if I inhale it?
And guess what happened?
I know.
You were claustrophobic on a mountain.
That took 4 years. I had a good run with that stuff. Okay, it was good for a while. But then once you go, I don't know if you can go back after a bad trip. Gotta have balls to do it again.
Oh, I'm like never doing edibles again.
See?
Fuck that.
Wait, you just talked about this, didn't he?
Yeah, I know, but
Like
I
a
didn't
year
know.
ago.
I'm just not gonna eat.
A year ago, you had another bad experience with something.
Yeah, it was.
Delta 8, and you've done that shit.
Yeah, it was the same feeling, except for I knew I wasn't in a simulation this time.
What about ayahuasca? I keep hearing about this.
I don't need that much intensity in my life
Why are people like doing this
because they want to go on adventures,
but not leave anywhere?
but they don't realize what an adventure means. Adventure is riddled with problems and overcoming them.
And don't you always want to go back to that? It's almost like metaverse. Like if you really start liking the metaverse so much, you'll never come out of it.
Maybe, yeah,
I don't think you will. I think if it's that good,
probably.
you're not going to want to leave it.
That's addiction, Carmen.
But like, you don't get addicted to like mushrooms.
Is that what addiction is?
Mindset. You're addicted to the feeling.
Yeah.
It's not that the thing itself is addictive in any way, shape, or form, but you are addicted to that feeling you get when you use it.
But
So
what
it's
if
just the
what if
medium.
what if you're getting something out of it, like you're making money, It's a job.
Arguably
Comedy.
different. You're addicted to the money. You need the money.
Yeah.
You don't.
You're a workaholic.
The
So are we-
medium is again irrelevant.
Are we not? Is there something we're not addicted to? Because I like leisure.
There's a difference between addiction and necessity of living. Like if you do things to live, you're not arguably addicted to it.
So
You're
people are
doing
going to get addicted to the metaverse.
Yes.
But if they like it so much
Yeah.
that it's better than reality, and you can sustain inside of it, it's more than addiction. Then it's got to be more than addiction. This addiction sounds easy. Like it's no big deal. You're going to change your whole brain.
Well,
it's going to be.
They're gonna be like vegetables.
What's the point of living? Kind of stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, why would I
Outside
go
in the
outside?
real world.
Why would I go outside when I can
Why would I ever do anything?
fly on a dragon?
So people, I think this is almost like probably a science fiction movie, or maybe it's like a drug, right?
Well-
That you don't want to try ever. You don't want to try the metaverse.
Apple has their thumb on the pulse of everything, so they've just announced that they're gonna release their AR glasses or something like that.
Don't they have them out?
No, it'll be like a year from now, probably. But they're releasing their own version of virtual reality. And
So you can
augmented
live
reality.
within reality, but always have something interesting.
But like
going on.
Apple's so good, like they're the ones that popularized like a tablet. They're the ones that popularized like an iPod. So if my spidey senses are tingling, I would say that once they release that, we're fucked.
The glasses alone.
Yeah, just because like they popularized everything, so it's like people are just gonna jump on board with this full on.
Well, if it made everything in your life more enhanced.
Yeah.
So could I dial it in? And here's the thing: if I wore those glasses, right, because perception's everything, and those glasses, every time I looked in the mirror, showed a different person.
Is this the only reason you want?
I'm just saying, what is going to be so great with those glasses? Viewing you as a different person might be interesting. Viewing the world differently, but if it could change my perception of me, which is very important. If people, when you get up and you feel good about yourself, right? Or you feel refreshed or alive, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Non-edible morning. A day you wake up tomorrow is going to be a great day for you because you fucked up this morning,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of almost kind of the same thing, except the glasses will make you feel like that every day.
Yeah.
And it can be incorporated into your daily life and your perception of everything.
Yeah, that's what augmented reality would do. So like you could walk in this room and run it through a filter, and next thing you know, you're in like a magical fucking office.
All the time. But work's going on. You have to actually do something, right, in this office.
Hopefully. I mean, theoretically, yeah.
You get so wrapped up
Right.
in watching, bottlenose dolphins swim through a rainbow above you
Right.
that you can't do your paperwork in front of you. The paperwork's going to be so boring.
Yeah. But
It's not going to work.
imagine if your whole like
Because this is what this is already. The phone's making you do that because you're looking at the screen, trying to escape this around you.
Yeah.
But if it's all around you, you're immersed in it, how are we going to get shit done?
we're not. We're on perma vacation. Or the worst thing that I saw was speaking of the metaverse, was they're already kind of acquiring people for jobs inside the metaverse. So you would essentially one I saw that was interesting. It was like there would be a factory worker,
Right?
but you would just like log in at your house and you would control everything remotely.
But it's not fun.
Yeah, no, but like you're just
I understand that concept. I've seen it.
yeah.
Here's my idea. We burn everything fucking down. We start from scratch
Stop
again.
the rise
We're
of the
so
machines.
bored, right? We're so bored
Yeah.
with our reality because we excelled so much.
Yeah.
Let's start from scratch instead of remodeling this shit.
Yeah, but that's like the idea of just like anarchy, where you just burn it all to the ground and restart, hope for the best.
Well, it never had to get to this point until just now.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I really do.
That's what you said last night as you were taking a cookie. I think it'll be fine.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm not going with your judgment.
I
want to see some other
Support
proof
you
of
on
your
that.
judgment. Like what else? What other decisions have you made that you were like, this was a good idea? I want to know some good Something recent. That camera you bought?
Moving in with my partner. That was pretty good.
Escaping your parents?
Yeah.
And moving in with your partner.
I don't know why I had to say it like that. But yeah.
Because, see, that's why it's so good. That's why tomorrow morning's going to be so good.
No cookie.
Right. And no parents.
Yeah.
You have to have something to compare it to.
Yeah.
Is that true, Donnie?
Yeah.
Can we just have goodness without anything else? Can we just be excited about something without anything else being bad? Is it always a comparison?
Pretty much. Your brain will only reward you for your comparative knowledge because you only know what you know.
And that's the problem with
But when you're a kid, you don't know anything and you're happy all the time. So what are you comparing it to?
being dead.
No,
Nothing.
you don't know
just,
death.
You just understand what being like that you want to be.
You were
happy,
never
so
scarred.
You are happy,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
then you get hurt, and then you aren't.
Well, you have to know sadness
Children
to
get
know
scarred.
happiness, right?
No.
I think
Now,
so.
when you're a kid, you're not. See, that's what I'm saying. You're born into. You're pretty fucking happy as a kid.
No, you're not. Kids are bitchy and complainy and
No,
fucking
they're not. You just put them
cry.
out. They love everything. They run and they're free and they're yelling and laughing.
And then all of a sudden they're like, yeah.
Oh no, that's the comparison part. That's when they see another kid who's getting more than they are. And some adult guided them into that hole.
Yeah.
They put them in a room where things were higher. They couldn't reach for them, and the taller kid got them. That's what happens. I'm just saying. That's what happened.
Fucking motherfucker.
It happened.
He's not wrong.
Right. And all of a sudden, now that kid's like watching that kid with that amazing balloon.
Why are you saying that kid? We know what kid you're talking about.
Let's just play.
He was so happy.
Oh, my friend.
His everything.
That's a problem.
He was so happy. He didn't care about his hair. His hair was running and it was blowing in the wind, right? And then someone cut it. And then he looked at another kid's hair who got cut, which looked normal.
Yeah.
But his hair looked jagged and uneven. Like nature doesn't do that. Nature is balanced.
Yeah.
A tree has balance. It's not just leaves on one side. It's not like that. It's a full bush. So it doesn't tip. I'm sure that's why they do that with the tree.
Were you having balancing issues?
Well, if all the hair on one side's longer, sure, eventually it becomes fashion or cool because everyone's doing the same thing. But as a kid, you don't know that. That's what I'm saying. When you're let loose as a child into a world, everything is amazing. The grass feels amazing, right? The smells are amazing. You have all this strength and vitality, and then people start squashing it. They start taking it. Get in here. That's the first thing. Get in. Stop laughing.
Yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah.
Act your age. You're already 8 and you're still acting like it's like fuck.
Yeah.
Like preschool. Fuck preschool. We're gonna have to go to school soon. Then there's a preschool. Why do I gotta go now? Can I just hang out at the house, Ma?
What is preschool? Why
Preschool is
the fuck?
bullshit.
It
It's
is
parents giving up their
bullshit.
kids. They're like, I don't want to watch that little fuck.
Yeah.
So let's put them in a pre.
It daycare. It's daycare.
It's watch.
I learned stuff in preschool though.
Oh yeah,
I learned how to
justify it.
bully
Justify
kids.
it. Sure, justify it. Oh, you're not going to have enough time to go through the school system. We need to be shoved in that motherfucker early. Get up, Carm. What time is it, Ma? Preschool starts at 7.
Yeah.
And you know why it starts at 7? Because they want to get you out of the house so they can go to their job. Yeah, so now you're stuck at the fucking preschool with 30 other kids and one adult.
Mm-hmm.
And every child, you think they were treated correctly? No, they were happy at home. They had their own blocks. And now this kid slobbered all over the blocks because he had some weird fucking cookie and he's drooling excessively because his mother fucking left the cookies out. And the wrong cookies were left out. Now we got a fucking stoner kid ruling daycare and no one knows it. No one has any idea why this kid's acting up, right? Because he's higher than a kite. Nobody even knows.
Fucking bullshit.
Right.
All right.
There's no testing of children before they come in.
so drug
Sometimes
testing.
there is. It's kind of crazy, actually.
They test them? Blood test or drug test?
Competency.
Oh, competency.
Yeah, they have.
I'm pretty sure it's
Pretty much both.
if they can just. No, I don't think there's any competency. Just have to exist. You get in. But that's where it was all taken from them. Even when you're the poorest child, and you're just given that. And it's hard, man. You got to give that room to run. Give them room to run. Did you ever hear that? Room to run?
Yeah, I've heard of room to run.
Yeah, I have too, but where? I don't know where it came out of. When was the last time you heard room to run?
It's just a saying.
I know, but when's the last time you heard it?
When I was a kid, maybe.
Have you ever heard of it, Don?
I usually hear of it in reference to animals, as in
Room to
give
run?
them room to run because they're going to do that.
Huh. I don't know where this came from, but I think it makes sense. It's a good saying. Give people the room to run, not to be stifled. Well, if you don't have any room,
I get the analogy.
like,
I understand.
No, you didn't.
Saying.
For a second, you're like, what do you mean? Like a yard with a fence?
That's what it sounds like.
Right. That's sad.
Sounds like what you say about prisoners. You're like, we need them to have room to run.
Well, here's the problem, because I'm having a hard time with this.
Yeah.
Because the children will run and won't stop running.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right? If you want the kid to come back, he might not, because he's so happy just fucking sprinting. And you're like, you got to come home eventually. And they don't even know what's bad for them, too.
Yeah.
And that's where life starts sucking. Where we start pointing out, okay, if you keep running, there's a cliff.
Yeah.
And then he would never have known. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, then that would have sucked really badly. Those are the good things of life.
But tell me this.
What?
Sure, we stopped them from running off
Yes.
the cliff.
Yes.
No, I'm saying
When
we
they
have.
cut you off mid-sentence.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they would have stopped number one.
No.
Because animals know this, because I watch my dog.
What cliffs around here? What fucking
I watch my
cliffs?
dog's behavior, and I always wonder,
Your dog, first off, your dog barked at my car for 30 fucking minutes yesterday.
Right.
Not me.
Okay, well,
my fucking car for some reason.
he's getting older. He's not a pup anymore.
Oh, that's
But that
what
pup
it's-
would have
he's
known exactly
senile.
where you were.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so weird to watch animals because it's instinctual. It's not learned behavior. How they maneuver and eat and the rest of the world for them.
What the fuck?
Now, a
sentence
child
was
would learn the same things.
that? You just said words on the end of that sentence.
Because I don't want to get into it.
No.
I don't want to get, I can see I'm losing you already.
No, you lost yourself, motherfucker.
I don't want to get into it.
I don't want to explain it, but this is.
I know. There's
Let me finish my point.
There's stuff after that, sure. And I know people who are listening understand. But the kid would not run off the cliff. Okay? He wouldn't. He knows the cliff's there. He understands that. How far would he go if we didn't have these constraints, these human constructs?
He would go off the cliff.
No, he wouldn't. He would stop and be like, okay, but he would start running alongside of the cliff. I'm just saying, if we were given this freedom and we're not told, is there any training? Is there any experiments that they've done like this with the military, small military children?
Have we put babies out into the forest to see how they fared, Carmen? Yeah, actually, we have. The answer is not well.
Small military children running along.
I don't know if they've done it. If they've tried this.
Has anybody tried training
You guys
child
know history more than I do.
Comments below.
That's why I'm asking you guys, because you come up with they've done it.
Even they haven't. No, as dumb as experiments they've done in the
Wait,
past.
Ender's
even
Game.
They haven't done that.
Ender's Game.
Yeah, we don't.
Right? Have you read that?
No.
Have you read Ender's Game?
Is the question you're asking, has anybody trained child soldiers?
Right, Ender's Game. I just thought about it.
There's a war you should know about.
Which one? Currently? Oh, Ukraine?
Start with like the Vietnam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Child soldiers.
Child soldiers have been used for a long time.
But even they weren't trained
But I wouldn't say,
Very well.
but you guys,
via cliffs. Like
you guys is a different, I wasn't talking about like for application for war.
what do you mean?
I feel like it was kind of out of
No,
necessity.
I
in
said
some
military
places.
because the military likes to do a lot of things.
Not all of them were
Experiments.
military.
Yeah,
Some of
like
them
the
just had
LSD
guns.
thing they did.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm saying the military has the access to do things that are not great. the people because they're under control of the military.
Yeah, I know, but
So I don't know if they've taken children. And
Probably.
then I realized Ender's Game. That's what that book is. They come to Ender's house, and he's 6, and they take him to go fight the aliens. I forgot what they called the aliens, but yes, there's a name for them. So it's not like I make up. This stuff happens.
I know you're not making this up.
I know, but I'm just saying. I don't think it has to be the military. Maybe it's just a group of people.
Can I quote another piece of fiction that does the same thing? Can we?
Which one?
Can we give a shout out to the Halo series?
Yeah.
I never read it.
They take kids and turn them into super soldiers.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's why they were called the Spartans, though.
I don't know anything about Halo except the
Spartans.
game that my son played. I never watched.
Spartans.
They
also,
Captain America those motherfuckers,
Yeah.
But see, we don't need.
and they're 6.
What about the book with Piggy, the children, the British kids,
Oh yeah.
Lord of the Flies.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Flies? See, children are way
Once again,
more
no cliffs on that island.
One-
fire.
Well,
There was one cliff.
yeah, that's fair. But they didn't. That wasn't a test. And they, by the way, they did not run over that cliff. They just pushed a rock off of it.
Now, even a baby crawling knows not to go down steps. I think we'll see the step. We'll see the.
That would be
Have
a
you
funny experiment.
Have you set a baby? They will go.
I mean, I've seen. Yes, I had 3 of them, so I know that they will. But I think after, I'm not saying newborn. I'm saying 8 months. Some experience in life. They adapt quick, is what I'm saying. They start adapting to their terrain.
There you go.
They see the cliff. They start mapping it out.
So
They tell other babies, like 18 months starts running the 8-month-old. Yeah, they start forming, like, what do they call that?
Pecking
A
order.
hierarchy.
Yeah.
We just we underestimate by throwing our kids into a room with blocks and the same fucking alphabet letters and maths with people who don't really give a fuck. They're not their parents. We should really
Release them into the woods.
just maybe have them tell us what to do. Maybe they tell us what's going on. We've lost our way.
The babies.
What should we do, babies?
We have to give them new.
We start
letters.
talking to the
We have to
babies.
start building a new society.
We ask them
Carmen.
what to do. Babies? Please? What are you saying? Why is it so hard to understand these children?
You have to teach it to talk to take its advice. I want you to put that together real quick.
That's like we taught the computers.
I fucking hate this.
No, we did.
Yes.
We did, right? We taught them. And now we're listening to them. Donnie.
Yeah, but those computers can be like years old, and then we just program it into new ones. We can't. We'd have to take an adult brain and program that into a baby.
Well, no, yes, we have to take, no, and I think we went too far with computers. You're right.
There you go.
We should have injected just some knowledge into not all of our knowledge, and then see if the computers would. Are you leaving?
I need a water.
If the computers would have came up with other information. See, you keep imposing your beliefs onto people. You don't know what their beliefs are,
You know what? Fair.
right?
But it's kind of like region by region, area by area. You don't know, person to person.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of this is stuff that people are listening to this going, what the fuck's he talking about? But this is out of the box thinking.
It is definitely out of the box.
It might be a lot thrown out there, right? I'm throwing a lot of stuff out there, right?
So-
And then what happens though, Donnie? When you throw a lot of stuff out there, right? Like I'm
Throw
doing
a lot of shit at the wall.
a lot of stuff. I'm throwing a lot of stuff out there that doesn't necessarily make sense all the time. Okay, but listen to me now.
I'm having a really hard time following, but
Oh,
continue.
you know, I have a thought here. I have a thought here.
That's dangerous.
Okay, so all this is going out. Have we ever had, and yes, of course we have, where this massive chaos, which I'm spewing, which some of it seems logical, some of it doesn't. Will it come together on its own to form its own idea? Yeah, we call that the Big Bang. See, it's
How
happened.
the fuck?
It's happened.
What the fuck? I was gone for like 4 seconds. How the fuck do we get on Big Bang?
It happened.
Hold on,
You're
Mike.
supposed to stop this, Donnie. You're supposed to stop this.
No, we're back at the beginning now. Hold on.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No. He's telling the elongated version of the story of why I hate my life. So it all started with the Big Bang. Continue.
No, it's it. That's the whole thing. Is that yes? It sounds like this idea that all of these things that I'm coming up, all these different ideas that maybe don't make sense and maybe we've never heard of before, because we haven't had a chance. Because people keep squashing us. Shut up, Carmen. Right? So I can't speak. This is giving me an opportunity to release everything, maybe not in order. It's not coming out perfect, but that's exactly what do they call the muck of the universe? What do they call that? The swamp? What was that term that they used about the universe before it was formed? They had a term. The Neil guy.
Neil.
DeGrasse. That guy came up with something about the muck of the universe coagulating into and formulating.
You're just saying words.
No,
I'm smart now.
No, I know it's smart.
They were said by a smart person, Mike. I know they're smart.
Coagulating.
I don't know the word he said, but that it makes all of what I have to say come together. I know you guys know the word. You don't want this to come together.
I honestly don't know.
Say the word.
I don't know.
It's not a swamp.
What fucking use the word swamp?
Because it's what it's the muck of the universe. All the planets, all the shit, right? All the chaos, all the gases, all just swirling around, and then all of a sudden, right?
Singularity.
Shit happened, and no one was guided. Well, I don't want to say nobody, because I'm in trouble with a lot of things.
What?
What could have been a higher power? I don't know.
Oh,
That brought it together.
that like pooped the universe.
So this is what I'm saying. You let these new humans out into the world. Don't influence them. What happens to the babies when they're not influenced? Some places that happens. New ideas. It's exhausting. It really is exhausting.
So somehow, let me get this right.
If we talked about stripping down this planet, remember?
Yeah.
At the beginning of this, we're doing things now to the point where now we're going to go into the digital world because our reality is not sustaining us, is not making us interested anymore. So what do we got to do? What would we have to do? Some people, when their world, their reality, let's take a house, for example. It's old. They've done everything they could. They remodeled it. They brought it up to code. They've added rooms. They put it, and it's still, no, it's just not. So what do?
Blow it up.
They tear it fucking down and start over.
So you think we should burn down civilization?
Just parts of it.
Just the
You
bad
know, just
parts.
take one town.
Theoretically.
Or we all go to Kansas for a little bit where there's a lot of empty land. We put people there without influence, though. Here's the thing: you got. I know it's not going to work with us because we already have too much pressure. People without influence, without any perceptions, without any, never listen to anything. What are they going? Let's just watch them. What are they going to do today? That's cool. What are they doing? Right? They're digging. They're looking. They're making things. You won't even need drugs for that. You won't.
I'm glad you're on the same page as me, though. We should burn it down. I've tried telling you this.
I'm not saying burn it down in the way you're thinking, though. I know what you're thinking.
What do you mean?
Because it's just like transitioning.
Go on.
We have to figure out, seriously, what are we going to be doing in a long, long time from now? The path that we're on right now seems weird in this world.
Everything's weird in this world, man.
But let's just take out the people aspect of it, the technology. If we continue forward with the technology and keep embracing the technology we're creating, I mean, seriously, what are we going to be like? Do you think maybe I'm overestimating this digital thing, that people are not going to embrace it so much?
Well, I think that one thing that our society needs to bite the bullet on is that we ask for all this innovation and act like there's no ramifications for any of it. And we have to just start accepting the fact that if we want to go faster, We want better internet. All these things that we want. There's got to be some repercussion for it, and we got to stop blaming the fucking corporations for all of it. I think we kind of have to just bite the bullet and go, oh no, we asked for this.
We did.
Yeah, there's an equal and opposite reaction to everything. So
nobody wanted the
faster
iPhone.
internet?
Nobody. There's so many people didn't want that iPhone, and now they love it.
yeah, of course.
They love it.
But what's the ramifications of that? Child slaves made that shit to make it affordable to you.
No, that's not the worst thing. The thing is that now people are so connected to this thing
Yeah.
that they're losing the sense of connection to anything else. This is the problem if you overdo it. Like Donnie said, is it an addiction, though? That's the problem. I don't think it's an addiction. I think it's actually a necessity now to function.
Well, yeah.
We created it.
Become a necessity. It wasn't, but we've
No.
integrated it so much into our day-to-day lives.
That's what
that
metaverse is going to
now-
be. That's what this metaverse
But
thing
that's
is
what
going
I'm
to be.
saying. We are asking for it. We want something exciting. We want new technology. We just have to bite the bullet and go, there's going to be some fucking side effects.
Have you seen people who
There's no such thing as
purposely do
perfect.
not participate?
Like minimalists?
Just people who say
Amish?
they're... Yeah, I mean, usually they're older, right?
Bro, I saw an Amish dude on an electric bike the other day. Nothing makes sense anymore.
No, I know. They're all riding them.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
They're going faster than the vehicles. They're actually unsafe.
They're winning.
The children are in baskets in front of the bike, not even in car seats, so it's even more dangerous for... it doesn't make any sense.
None.
Because what they're doing is circumventing the strict and hard rule that we created for vehicles.
It's such a weird loophole.
Yeah, but they've exploited it. So that's partially a way to get out of things by exploiting the loophole. But my thing is, I still think you're going to participate even if you don't want to. There's some people who force themselves away from it, and they only can do it. It's a luxury, so it's going to cost you money. Because if you already can self-sustain in some ways, or you don't care about getting ahead, then you can probably opt out of this. You don't have to watch television. You don't have to have the internet. You don't have to be involved in any technology from Apple. You don't have to have a job based on technology. You could just go back, like I said, go to Kansas.
Your
Go get a
answer
piece.
is Kansas.
That is your base human. No, base human instinct is to go.
We
to
just
a piece
lost
of,
all of our
I'm not saying-
listeners from Kansas.
Kansas has got a lot of land, right? So your basic human need is, even if you go to Kansas, you're still going to have to build your little shelter and have some food, right? Now the problem is, people out west did it back in the day when they left the east and they lived on ranches with not that many other people around them. They survived in these little tiny areas.
Yeah.
We're just so concentrated with people now to get along with other people and to make the world hum. We have to create this technology that actually is capable of making us live with other people.
Yeah, but see, they hated living there. We have to really stop pretending like the ones that lived in the middle of nowhere on those ranches, were praying for a town to be built. They were like, this sucks. This is terrifying. There's nobody around us. Fucking coyotes and wolves are all around us. And
They had little towns.
people could just come and take my land. And
Now you're talking about something different.
No, I think I'm talking about the same
I'm still
thing.
saying we're going to have the same laws and rules
Right.
and protections.
How the fuck
We're still
do you
getting
think
all
we're
that.
gonna implement any of that
It's like retro mod.
without technology? It makes no sense.
You're still going to be able to go into an area and you're still going to have the law of the land and still the morals and the values and
Yeah.
the culture. It's just that you're isolated more. You're not living in such a crowded area. I think that's one of the first steps. Get away. Can I get away from everybody else?
But then I think like you said earlier, it's just it's the comparison thing. It just drives you crazy because you move out in the middle of nowhere and you're like, this is nice, deep breath of fresh air, and then 2 years later you're like, I need to talk to somebody or I'm gonna kill myself.
Maybe. Maybe.
I promise you.
There's so many guys I know that want to leave and just flee. And these are people who have been involved in the world for a long time. There's people who live in cities who want to get out of cities and want to go to the country. Yes. Comparison thing is never going away because you've already been scarred. you're scarred. There's too much out there for you to look at. Everywhere you go.
Yeah, I know.
I have to write it on a 3x5 card, read it every day.
Ignorance is bliss, baby.
TV is not real. Don't get sucked into someone. I write it down and read it every day. It's an affirmation card.
Oh, God.
I look at it because I am the type of person who can get sucked into the idea of something, even though I hate it. Like the idea of, oh, wow, that would be so cool to own all these different pieces of property and own these houses and be a landlord and rake in. Like you hear about the stuff where the guy goes, oh, I'm making like 30 G's a month or 50 G's a month, and I got Airbnbs, and it's a cute little cabin, and we have I go, man, that'd be so cool. Then I go, God bless, I got to sweep the floor in one of those cabins. Or it was someone lost power in the middle of the night. You know, the shit, you don't hear about the shit. You look at the idealistic setting of it like a television show would portray. So I have to always tell myself, don't get sucked. Don't get jealous of someone's comedy tour.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to do that.
Yeah.
And that sometimes happens to me where I start making steps toward doing something I don't even want. So there's pullback on it.
Yeah.
It's that comparison stuff that's too idealistic that really does have to be tamed because I was taught that way. I was brought up that way. You know, someone had a better house than us or someone had more food than us or a nicer car.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that until they started rubbing it in my fucking face.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have air conditioning at your house? Oh, you can only eat M&Ms on holidays?
I don't get the second one, but
I couldn't go to the store and buy candy. Couldn't go to the store and buy candy. But my cousin's house, she had bowls of M&Ms like it was water in their house. We never had candy in my house.
Yeah.
I told you this. Last time I had candy in my house was my father had that diet suppressant chocolate pill. He decided not to take anymore. So that was our candy. So, but you don't know this. Like, I would have been perfectly fine never knowing and seeing how my cousins lived.
Right.
That would have been better for me, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Then I wouldn't have goals.
That's what happens, right?
You get goals, but you can also what's an over goal? When you goal too much. When you push too much.
Overachiever.
FOMO, baby.
Overachiever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You develop it. You develop it, right?
Pretty much.
You're jealous of one thing, and it becomes the same thing.
You want it. It essentially is just FOMO.
That's why you got to have a 3x5 card. I know people mock those things. I didn't come up with it, by the way. Like, I read motivational books that said you need.
I know you didn't come up with this. You don't need to tell me.
It's like therapy. Okay? This is my form of therapy.
Yeah.
Someone said do this, and it worked for me.
Right.
But it does feel weird explaining it. Now I feel like...
If it works, that's all that matters.
I know, but I thought you guys would understand. And now I feel like I just told you that I'm crazy.
You've told us that so many episodes.
You want me to get my cards?
That's it. I'm done.